So through the conversation, I will learn, and hopefully a lot of our listeners and viewers also will get to know about this industry and more about Manlift, which is playing a very important role in this sector, especially in the rental space. So, Mr. Munish, thank you so much to invest time with us and share your knowledge about the industry and about the Manlift.
Good afternoon, Dr. Mishra, and it is my pleasure to be part of this series and interact with you as well as your viewers and share some insight into rental industry in India as well as the aerial work platform rental and leasing space where Manlift specializes and what we do and how's the market growing.
Fantastic. So to take the conversation going, let's first understand about the overview of Manlift worldwide operation, how it started, when it started, the overall business size, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so Manlift is part of Revolve Group, RIWAL, and our headquarter is based in Netherlands. It's a professionally managed company, having a board who manages and runs overall operations of the company. Today, we are operating in 15 countries globally, and we specialize and focus mainly on aerial work platforms. That's our strength, and we understand all the aspects from the operations, maintenance, safety, as well as sales of these category of equipments. And if you see globally in Europe and Middle East and India, we have our major presence. But we work all across the world through our partner channels or through with our long-term corporate customers by the way of international rentals. So we may not be present in those countries physically, but we provide rental and leasing solutions to our customers anywhere in the world.
So your operations, depending on different countries, also has dealer network as well as direct customer connects.
See, it's mainly the direct customer. Our majority of business is direct customer connect. But if we are operating in some other country where we are physically not present, we'll have our partners who will provide us the logistics support or any other local support in terms of delivery. But all the operations are being managed by us directly with the customer.
The India operations is directly under the headquarters, or how it is operating?
See, our structure is our headquarters is in Netherlands. Then we have our regional office in UAE, Dubai. So our
Okay.
direct reporting is to our regional office, and then our overall reporting to HQ also.
Okay. So tell us about the Indian operation, when it started and how big is the operation? What are the numbers?
See, we started in 2010 in India, okay, and we were, I think, one of the first companies to enter into this space of aerial work platforms, bringing in this concept, knowledge, awareness into the market. At that time, we started with 6 machines,
Mm,
and it was just like testing of the market, understanding, and also getting the feel how customer take it, how customer find it, these services advantage for their work and their projects. Today, if you see in 23, we have a fleet of about 1,300 machines actively working in India.
mm,
We have 3 depots, which is our main operational work area where we operate, maintain, store parts, do our training, uh, have IPAF also, training for the IPAF for the operators, as well as upkeep and maintenance of our machines. So this is being done at all the 3 depots, how we manage our fleet across India. And these depots work as our spoke for that region or for that territory. So they will be able to provide technicians if machine is breakdown. Parts are also stored locally in all the 3 depots. So parts can be taken from there. All other supports in terms of training, operator deployments, machine deployment, or contract processing also happens in all the three depots.
So AWP business worldwide is predominantly a rental model across the world, or it is also direct procurement as well?
See, in this space, if you see the application, we have to understand the application of these machines. Usually, the application of these machines is wherever you have to work at height,
Hmm.
about 3 meters. These are the more productive as well as safer options to work. And say if you compare with scaffolding or any other conventional method, you can do the same work, in a very short span of time with less number of people involved. So with using these machines, your time span reduces. So it doesn't make sense for you to buy those machines.
Hmm.
Ultimately, your objective is to reduce your time, and after your project is over or your requirement is over, you can return back those machines. So we do rentals as short as 1 day to as long as the project duration, as per the project duration, maybe 1 year or 1.5 or 2 years. We work on all requirements as per the customer need. So considering that, if you see, very less customers will be owning these type of machines unless until they see a full year deployment or full year requirement. They may own those, but our majority of customers prefer to take it on rental,
Okay.
and this is a pattern we see globally also.
Right. So in India, what are your offerings in terms of the type of product, what kind of services you offer? And you were mentioning about the operators training also. So take us through that.
Yeah. See, one of the things which I want to highlight is we, as I told earlier, that we specialize into aerial work platforms. So we understand this product and its related areas quite well. In India, we are offering, machines with maintenance operations as our scope. We provide trained operators. All the equipments which we provide are owned by us. We don't have any third-party equipments. These equipments are owned by Manlift or Revolve, our parent company. And then we have operators also. In India, we provide operators along with machines who are trained as per the international standards for the operation and safety aspects of the machines. They understand that what are the safety parameters, what is the safe operations, how these machines should be used. So they are fully aware of these things. Apart from that, we have IPAF training center, which is certified by IPAF, as well as we have a IPAF certified trainer in India who's full time with us. So IPAF is an international body from UK. It's a non-profit organization. Its full form is International Powered Access Federation.
Mhm.
They globally define the norms for the safety and operation of aerial work platforms. OEMs, while manufacturing, also follow these norms and incorporate necessary safety features in their machines as per the IPAF guidelines. So in India, we provide training for IPAF to our external customers as well as other rental companies. It's on paid basis. We do that service, and these certificates come directly from IPAF. So they maintain the same standard of testing and evaluation, and afterwards, certificates are issued by the parent body. And apart from that, in India, we help our customers in terms of applications of equipment because this is a new concept relatively. Still, a lot of customers don't know, how they can benefit or how they can use these machines in their project sites or work areas. So we do that awareness programs, we do presentations, we do, web seminars for them where we can explain to the end users how these machines can be used, how these machines are productive, what are the safety features of these machines, and why these machines will be beneficial for them. So we do those type of sessions also for our customers. As we have global experience and knowledge and expertise, We rope in our experts from other countries to join in these sessions virtually, and they give their knowledge and experience to our customers in India.
So you mentioned that you have now 1,300 plus machines in India. So just to understand, how do you how do you put them into different categories in terms of size, capacity? How do you define them?
Yeah. So today, if you see, we have machines from 6 meters to 44 meters in India.
Mm.
Okay? So these are the machines primarily into three categories, which is electric scissors, then diesel scissors, then we have electric booms, then we have diesel booms, and third is spider lifts or special application machines. And all the machines what we provide in India are from the global manufacturers who are in the top ranking in the AWP manufacturing globally and is complies with all the safety norms as per the EN 280 standards in Europe.
So just to understand a little more about the market itself. So how big is this market in India in terms of the AWP or associated machines?
See, today we believe, as per the estimates what we have after discussing or talking to a lot of players within the industry, currently AWP market in India is close to about 10 to 12,000 machines in India,
Mhm.
which has really grown this year quite well. We have seen about 20 to 25% growth. Manlift India has also added close to 150 machines this year into our
Mm.
fleet. But if we see the potential, there's a huge potential for this segment. Uh, See, we can compare ourselves with China, which is our closest competitor in many areas. So if we see China market today, they have close to 3 lakh machines, aerial work
Wow.
platforms.
Compared to that, India has only 10, 12,000.
Yes, so there's so much scope for us.
Wow.
And we see that in next 3 to 5 years, we have potential to reach up to 80 to 1 lakh machines in India. And to to give that a push, we are also seeing some global manufacturers also starting their productions in India for aerial work platforms because they see this market is still untapped. Lot of potential is there. So rather importing these machines from outside, which has a significant cost impact,
Mm.
these OEMs are planning to manufacture these machines in India, which will help us to get faster delivery as well as economical pricing.
Okay, so I understand from the industry sources that a lot of the AWPs which come into India are also the used ones. So any specific reason as to why used AWPs or similar machines are coming? Is it only the cost impact, or what is the specific reason for this?
Uh, yeah, so see, this is a very important question that you have asked, and it's a challenge for end users as well as the rental companies both. We are all trying to work on this. Overall, if we see, in long run, definitely we should have more new machines or lesser age machines coming to India with good quality. And we see definitely today a lot of used or very old machines are coming to India with not properly maintained or they are not having proper safety features, which is a concern for everybody. But one of the reason which I see primarily is currently the rental rates or the rental yields, which is a parameter to see the ROI for these machines, is low as compared to other segments of construction equipments or earth moving, material handling. So there companies like rental companies or leasing companies find it difficult to add new machines because they are not getting required rental yields or ROI to justify new investments. So they look at that options to import used machines at a certain discounted prices, so they can work out the financials also in India. But as a Manlift India, we are the market leaders in this business in India. We are having the largest fleet today in India. So we are working actively with our customers in terms of improving the rental yields as well as giving more value added services to them to justify that cost and adding new machines to our rental fleet so that customers can get a better value of the machines what they are taking from us. And we see that this trend of used machines is slowly reducing, and in next 3 to 5 years you will see majority equipments being sold or imported will be new machines.
Yeah, and also, I think the more and more players who set up their manufacturing plant here, I think that also should create the right environment for the rental companies to buy directly from here instead of importing. Whether
Yes.
you bring a new one or an old one, I think the import duties would be substantial, isn't?
Yes. See, of course, if you have a manufacturing base in India, you know our production costs are less. We have cost benefits for us. But if we are importing these machines, the shipment cost is quite high. You know, the
Mm,
sea freights. Then apart from that, forex fluctuations also affect us a lot.
mm,
If you see in last 12 to 15 months, US and dollar, euro and dollar have appreciated by about 12 to 15%. That also impact our pricing. If we have local manufacturers in India, we will be immune from those fluctuations. Maybe a little bit in terms of components will
mm,
be impacted, but it will be less. And also our delivery times is also a concern. If you order a new machine today from a global manufacturer, it takes delivery of 3 to 6 months. So if we have a manufacturer in India, I believe we can get deliveries in 15 days or 1 month, which is
mm.
more realistic time for planning as well as deployment for the customers also. So this will help us if more and more OEMs come to India and set up these.
So, as a rental player, I mean, you're basically into the rental space of AWPs and similar associated machines. So, uh, when it comes to you know getting your business, you're basically competing with a conventional method, which is probably at a fractional cost in terms of doing the same work. What you're bringing is basically the safety angle, and of course, you're doing the work as faster as well. But when it comes to typical Indian situation, how do you address that challenge? And what are you doing to address such challenges?
Yes, you rightly pointed out that being a multinational company, see, we follow certain processes, systems, and way of operations, which are very important, very critical for aerial work platforms, because these machines are used for men to work at height. It's not material. So human life is very important and involved in these machines when they are working. So we give a lot of importance to the safety, operation, maintenance of these machines, regular checks, and also using good quality parts for the maintenance, which affects our cost. But as you can see, we are the largest player. We get advantage of our scale in India. Number of machines, number of depots. We have regional depots. Everything is not coming and going from one place. So we have distributed strategically our depots to cover pan India so that our time as well as transportation cost reduces. And definitely, if we see from the conventional way, our cost may be a little bit higher, but how it translates to our customers is in terms of productivity and efficiency and lesser breakdowns. If machine is available full month and is having zero breakdowns, so customer is able to use it more and they will not mind paying 5% extra rental rates, because ultimately for them the timelines of the project or productivity at the project site is also very important. So we are seeing that this change is now coming in the market where customers are understanding that price is important, but quality of service, safety, and operations is also equally important. So we are seeing that all our long-term customers or corporate customers are having faith in Manlift, and they are giving us repeat business month on month.
Right. So earlier you mentioned that China, if we look at China, they already have, you said 3 lakh units of
Yes.
AWPs. And compared to that, India is at a level of 12, 12,000 is what you mentioned. So what is your view on how the market will look like in next 5 to 7 years?
Yes, Dr. Mishra, I see that this market is quite strong now with all the economic activity happening in India, and we are all expecting that in next 5 years, definitely India will be a big powerhouse in terms of the economy as well as the GDP, overall GDP of the country. And with all the new industries, manufacturing plants, or renewable energy, new airports, bullet trains, metro trains. So with all these investment and infrastructure development happening, we see a lot of demand will be coming for aerial work platforms in coming years. And you can already see that it's not in terms of the equipments alone. In last 2 years, if you see, the number of rental companies doing AWP in India has doubled.
Really?
You know,
Okay. What's the
yeah.
number?
See, again, it will be close to about 80 to 90
Oh,
AWP rental companies are there. Some are very small, they may have 5 or 10 or 20 machines, but some of them are growing. So the market is overall developing quite good. And we see that all there will be opportunity for all the companies in the rental space to grow and give their services as well as their solutions to their customers. And in terms of next 5 to 7 years, we see that will be at least in the range of 80,000 to 1 lakh machines in India, where most of the machines will be coming as new because we'll have local manufacturers who will be manufacturing in India, and it will help us on the cost as well as availability. And sometimes if you see, rental companies are also forced to buy machine used because of deliveries also.
hmm.
So if I have a customer order today, they will not wait for 6 months to get me a new machine. They say, I need it today. So if I talk to OEM, they say, no, we have orders filled till 4 5 months. We can give you delivery. So then a rental company has to go out and look for a, newer machine in the used options and import. So this will also reduce significantly and will help us to be more productive. Uh, but in terms of, only numbers of machine is not important. It's also important that our operation, the safety awareness, safety standards also grow in India.
Hmm.
How we are training our operators, how we are making awareness about the safety features of these machines, how these machines are being tested regularly in terms of the third party inspections for the safety features and the operation capability. So those type of you know standards have to be developed in India, and I see that those things are already in place, or work is going on these things, which will surely develop in next 5 years. And as a significant player in this industry in rental space, we are also working with our other rental companies and helping to put some standards in place which can define and help all of us to grow together.
So Manlift is primarily into movement of man, as you mentioned, in terms of working at heights. But are you also looking at expanding your product offering into other associated areas, such as, let's say, the telehandler, for example? I know it is not exactly a similar thing. It's more to do with the material, but is it something on the cards?
Dr. Mishra, I think this is a question we get it from our customers also. And but as I mentioned you just a while ago, we see tremendous growth in aerial work platforms in India. So we want to capitalize on that,
Mm.
because what we do, as a manlift or revolve, we want just don't just add machines, but we want to have excellence in terms of the operations and safety also.
Right.
So we have very good, you know, internal controls as well as softwares. We have internal, ERP system to monitor all those things, as well as safety standards. So we believe that there's a lot of scope for us to grow in India in aerial work platform. As a company, we like to double our population in next 3 years in India, and provide good quality aerial work platforms to our customers all across India, to help them achieve their project timelines as well as productivity.
Very well. So basically, you would like to focus on your area and grow in that. Yeah. And of course, there's a lot of potential as well in that. Yeah. So you have been one of the most established player in Indian market on the rental space, especially in this AWP area. So talk us through some of the important projects which have been executed, or some of the important customers you are servicing them. If you can tell us about them a bit.
See, in our journey, last 13-year journey in India, we have been associated with most of all the big companies in India. If you see from Larsen and Toubro, they are our biggest customer. Apart from that, Tata Projects, KEC, FCons, ITD, Cementation, Shapoorji also, we're working with them. Then Ahluwalia Construction. So all the big players, we are already working with them. And recently, we started working with Mega Engineering also from Hyderabad. And if you talk about projects, we have been associated with very large projects in India. One of the recent one, which was a significant for us, was uh, Terminal T2 at Bangalore Airport.
Mm.
So that was one of our major achievement, where we had provided close to 100 machines, and we
Mm.
worked there at that project for last more than 2 years. Currently, also we are working there with certain companies. And if you see, apart from that, we have been for this G20 Mahamanda, we have worked at that project as well. In International Convention Center at Dwarka, which was recently inaugurated by Pradhan Mantri Modi. So we were instrumental in that project also. We are instrumental in Terminal T1 expansion at Delhi. Currently, we are working there. In Barmer HEML refinery, we are HPCL, sorry, refinery. We are actively working there for last 2 years. Tata Steel, we are working there. In a lot of cement companies also, we are present. So if you see across the industries, or metro trains, bullet trains, we are present. We have our presence in Reliance Jamnagar for their solar plant. Similarly, we are working with Tata Solar also in Tirunelveli in south of India. So we have been very instrumental in the major big projects, where customer are very concerned on the quality of machines, safety, as well as durability of the equipments and lesser breakdown. So we have been instrumental in a lot of those projects.
Excellent. I think you have shared all the important points which we thought we'll cover during the conversation. It's a very, very exciting space. Through this conversation, I learned a lot about the industry, which I was not aware as much. So thank you for that. And uh, thank you for a wonderful new year for you. For I mean, for you, yeah, I think you follow the calendar year for the business.
Yes.
So we are almost on the verge of closer of 2023. So I'm sure you're looking at 2024 as a another landmark year in terms of growth. So wishing you a lot of success for the year 2024 and beyond. And once again, thank you for being with us on this show and sharing your knowledge.
Thank you, Dr. Mishra. It was my pleasure to be part of your podcast and share my thoughts with you. And we look forward to have more interactions. Thank you.
Thank you so much.